Hey, thanks for stopping in. Today we're making fall wreaths out of found objects. All the items have been found out in the wilderness or our yards. Check it out. All right, so let's get started. We're going to start with our frame, and for this we have some sticks. These were just sticks I picked up in the yard. They were branches that had fallen within the past few weeks, so they're not super old. They're still relatively new, but I did not cut them off the tree. And then we just sort of broke them into lengths that were manageable, and today we're gonna string them together with some kitchen string. If you have jute twine, you could use that. If you have some other sort of decorative floss or necklace material, hemp rope, you could use that. I have a couple different weights. I'm gonna go with this thicker weight because I don't mind seeing it, but like if you wanted it to be more subtle, you could use a thinner weight. I'm cutting it at about an arm's length or a meter or so. I'm going to start with just looping it around a couple times, and then we go over and under. Again, I'm not really a knot tire, so I'm not sure what this is called. I'm just securing it. We're gonna tie this end to the other end when we're done wrapping it, so I'm not too worried about that. But we'll go around a couple times, and then we can go under our other bundle. And to get it nice and secure, I like to go all the way around at least once. So we'll go all the way around, and then we'll pull it tight. And then we're going to go around the bundle on top again all the way around. And then we're going to go over the bundle on the end, all the way around. And we're going to do this around the sticks twice. I am probably not doing this the way the Boy Scouts would do. If you have a Boy Scout in your house, ask them for help. But it should be secure enough. And then we're going to tie a square knot, which it is important that you do that part kind of right. So you do basically the opposite of what you did the first time. So if you go over the first time, you go under the second time. I think I did that right. And yes, these are on the front. We can flip it over when we're done, or we can just sort of tuck them in, either way. And now that I have that tied, I'm just gonna push some of these shorter ones out a little bit so that they will have plenty of room on the other side. All right, that looks good to me. I think we're good to secure the next corner. All right, so we've done all four corners. I've checked to make sure it's square. I'm just laying out some of the different materials that I found in the yard. We've got some nandina berries, some hydrangea, sweet gum leaves, goldenrod, some yarrow, some milkweed, and some okra pods. And then we also have a couple different kinds of grass. I did cut them a couple of days ago so they could dry a little bit and we could see what they would look like. I'm going to go ahead and cut this down because I don't want it so much taller than our wreath that it won't fit on the door. That is a good point. When you make your frame, you do kind of want to make sure that it will fit on your door. And then I'm just going to go ahead and tuck these in. If there's something that doesn't hold, we'll hot glue it But let's see how this works. You certainly don't have to use the same things we used. If there's something else that you have in your yard, feel free. So I'm going to use these little guys just to sort of help fill out. In design, it's always good to have magic triangles and work with groupings of odd numbers, 3, 5, 7. And you want to sort of think about it that way when you're deciding what you're putting on your wreath. So I thought our pampas grass might be lonely, but we don't have enough room to do three pampas grasses. So I thought I'd incorporate some of these grasses because they're a little smaller and it would give us a little more dimension. I think I like it like that. So I'm going to cut these guys down, and then we're using our sticks as our frame. Again, if it seems like we need to add some glue to hold things in place, we can, but I'm just trying to use the sticks as much as possible. So there we have that. I think I'm gonna put some of this goldenrod on the bottom to give us that little swoop. This is a lot though, so let's see. I'm gonna cut it here. And I'm gonna cut off some of these bottom branches. Not a lot, but some. Just to scale it down a little bit. That's good. Let's see if we can secure this guy. In here. Now that you have an idea of my design process as I'm thinking about how I'm going to arrange these things, I'm just going to speed through the rest of this, but you can watch it and see the layers that I add with the different textures and colors and shapes of things. Feel free to go completely in your own direction. These are just some guidelines. They're not hard and fast rules. Do what makes you happy. I'm just going in with my glue gun and tacking down some of these heavier okra pieces. They fell off when we put our frame upright, as I sort of suspected they might. So I'm just using this glue gun to tack them on. This is not a high temp glue gun, it's a low temp glue gun, so it's not super effective at permanent hold. If you do have a high temp glue gun, you could probably use that for the frame and it would certainly be more effective. So we're still sort of weaving in the ends of our objects into the frame, using that as our sort of grid that everything's attached to. Lastly, we just need to tie a string to the top. I just cut about 2 feet or 3 feet of string and I'm tying a square knot on either side. This is what we're going to use to hang the wreath with on the front door. You could use anything that you like. You don't even have to use anything at all if you don't want to. Thanks for watching. We hope that this inspires you to go out and create your own fall decor. We'll see you soon from the Franklinville and Seagrove Public Libraries. Happy fall, y'all.